Everybody, Dave Wallace. Last time I shared how little time you actually have to capture your prospect's attention and how you have to continually spike the attention of their old brain to keep them engaged in your story. I shared 3 grabbers that work really well. What if you could, a number play, and words in common. I want to share 2 more with you today. The first one is customer stories, but it's customer stories with contrast. Customer stories are great grabbers. However, customer stories that just tell a story about the success of a customer really only are partially effective. To be truly memorable, your customer story needs to show contrast, the before and the after. For example, if you say XYZ reduced something by 50%, your prospect's old brain is only partially engaged. When you say instead, XYZ was experiencing an 8% scrap rate, and now they've reduced it to 4%, and then you can show the monetary impact of that reduction, the old brain connects with the contrast in the story. The second one I want to share with you today is props. Props are really memorable, and that's the good news. The bad news is that props are really memorable. You have to make sure that the prop you use supports your message and that it's not over the top. Now, props can be very simple, and they appeal to your prospect's old brain by taking something abstract and making it concrete. For example, if you have a meeting with a client today at 8 o'clock and the meeting is finished at 9 o'clock, this is the sum total of everything that you shared with your client. Now it's an hour later, it's 10 o'clock. Your client is back at their desk and they've only remembered 50% of what you told them. Now it's the end of the day. They're getting ready to go home. They look at their calendar, remember that they had that meeting with you this morning, but they've only remembered 25% of what you told them. Now it's tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning, they get to the office, they fire up their computer, they look and they see on their schedule and they remember that they had that meeting with you at 8 o'clock yesterday morning, but they've only remembered 10% of what you told them. Now, if your sales cycle is more than 24 hours and they only remember 10% of what you told them, you might as well not even have the meeting. An example of a very simple prop. If you'd like to learn more, send an email to the address below with the word grabbers in the subject line. And as always, thanks for your time and for your attention.